Alright guys, we got a little bit of a crazy one for you today. Not only are we going to be using the brand new 9mm special weapon here in Black Ops 6 Zombies, but we're also going to be taking this thing all the way up to round 51 and soloing Patient 13 here on Terminus Island. I'm here to tell you guys right now, this thing actually handled itself really well. I was quite surprised. I know that this weapon is also still locked in the hit list event unless you end up buying that bundle, but we got a trick for you guys here today that'll let you unlock it completely for free. With that, welcome on back to the channel, everybody. If y'all don't know, I'm Ghost. I appreciate everybody that stops by the video today. If you are into zombies content or anything that's Call of Duty, consider rocking the hell out of that like button for me and subscribing to the channel, guys. Getting so much closer to 25,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all the love and support lately. It does mean the world to me. If you guys take a look over at the hit list event that's going on right now, definitely gonna be about another week before we get this weapon unlocked, but we can come in here and use this thing right now. Doing this is really simple. All you gotta do is when you're equipping weapons to your loadout, you're gonna go over and select the 9mm special weapon. Go over to the builds, hit the right bumper, and then hit square. On PlayStation, it will be X for Xbox. As soon as you hit that button, it will be equipped into your loadout, and then you can jump into Terminus or Liberty Falls. We can do the same thing over in multiplayer, but over there, we're going to have at least like 7 or 8 different class setups. That way we can equip this thing in every single one. For some reason, it doesn't completely take until the last few classes. I do gotta admit, guys, this thing actually kind of shreds. Even when it came down to taking down those manglers, they went down really fast. I did start struggling a little bit into the 40s, and that's when I mainly had to rely on things like the mangler injection and chopper gunners and things like that, and the traps. To be perfectly honest, that's almost with every single weapon in the game right now. I can't really fault this gun too much because I know plenty of weapons that fall off in the 30s. Hell, there's even some weapons that fall off into the 20s. It's definitely still going to be killing zombies here at round 51, but I mean, it probably isn't going to be as fast as you'd like. I will definitely admit this was not my quickest runtime with Patient 13, but we were still able to take him down pretty fast. You get up into these higher rounds trying to take on Patient 13, and you got these super sprinters in here. They are honestly no joke. Definitely does make it a bit harder to be constantly firing at Patient 13, that's for sure. This was actually my second attempt at this. My first time I ended up trying this, I ended up lagging out, and I was a little bit frustrated, so I had to walk away for a little bit, but luckily the game actually ended up saving for me, so I was able to come right back in here at round 51 and try this again. I don't know what's been going on with the servers on zombies lately, but they have been terrible. I've been lagging out, going all over the place. Watching my buddy stream today, and he was also lagging out, going into like different rooms that he wasn't even in. Definitely feels like they need to work out a little bit of stability issues. I mean, it's not too terrible. I haven't had too many bad experiences until honestly just recently. Hopefully Treyarch can get on this sooner than later, and they can kind of fix the lagging issues and stuff in zombies, because it's definitely no fun, especially when you guys are at higher rounds. 9 times out of 10, what'll happen is you'll just lag hard for like a consistent 5 or 6 seconds, and by the time you come back, you're already down. Also heard that this weapon is kind of dog water over in multiplayer and over in Warzone, so I'm kind of happy that it's actually good over here in zombies. The animation for this thing when you go to weapon inspect it is really cool. It actually reminds me of the laptop gun from Perfect Dark. I know that they can't really do this because it would be like stealing from a different franchise, but wouldn't it be so cool if we could take this gun and just like throw it on the wall and it would stick there and just kill all the zombies that come by like a turret? If you guys don't know, Perfect Dark was pretty much a game like GoldenEye 007 on the N64 way back in the day. Laptop gun was like this crazy laser rifle that you could throw on the wall, and the thing would automatically like target enemies as they walked by. The thing was insane and just so OP. Just imagine if we had something like that in zombies. I just think that would be so cool. There is definitely a lot of things to love about this little SMG. I mean, it is just the mobility on it is really good. It is powerful as all hell. It's quick, it's snappy. I love the iron sights on it. Matter of fact, there's even an attachment that says iron sights, which kind of like puts the ring over it, which I don't really like that, so I can just rock it without it. It does only have 80 rounds in it with the extended mag after you pack a punch, so that is a tiny bit of a con on it. I think the ammo reserve could be a little bit better. As it stands right now, if I was to make a top 10 best weapons in Black Ops 6 Zombies list, I would say this thing would probably nestle its way somewhere on that list. It might be somewhere towards the bottom, like maybe 9, 10-ish. I definitely think it would probably secure itself a spot there. Just absolutely love fast, quick, snappy weapons, especially when they are incredibly still powerful as well, just being light. So another reason why PhD Flopper is probably like my favorite perk in this game, especially since we have PhD Slider on now and we can just maneuver around the zombies really quickly. I love that. I think it's so OP and just fun to use. It's actually one of the things I'm kind of scared that Treyarch might eventually end up nerfing. If they end up nerfing the slide speed or anything like that, it's gonna make me so sad. And I'm already fully expecting an Ether Shroud nerf to come really soon. I mean, there is just so many glitches that people are doing with the Ether Shroud right now. I think the augment that's gonna get hit the hardest is gonna be that burst dash, because that's what's getting people into those, you know, spots. For me personally, I don't really mind if people want to glitch in this game. It doesn't really hurt me or anybody else. It is just, you know, it's a PvE game. I can kind of understand it from Treyarch's perspective, and also just from, you know, when people want to to say, hey, we have a problem with high rounds. This gets way too difficult after, you know, the mid 40s. It's going to be harder and harder to convince Treyarch that there needs to be something that needs to be reworked if they can look at their data and just be like, what are you guys talking about? There's all of these people and all of these accounts that are getting to round 100, round 200. Well, I can kind of get both sides, you know, where players just want to have fun in a game like this, and I can completely understand that. But I can also understand the other side a little bit too, where they kind of need the proper data where they can actually adjust things where they should actually be, and maybe listen to the community feedback instead of just being like, you know, what do you mean everything's just fine? From what I have heard, there might be some technical limitations that they're having to deal with right now, since this is like their first online only game. Apparently when you get up into the higher rounds, it's just easier on the game to load in manglers than, let's say, a bunch of more zombies. So instead of loading in 10 more zombies, it could just load in 2 or 3 more manglers, and it's just easier on the game, which I guess can kind of make sense. But I really don't want to be fighting like 10 manglers on round 42 on every single map. It's just kind of gets a little bit frustrating after a while. Hopefully with Citadel Day More that is coming out on December 5th, I really hope, like, fingers crossed, that it's not just Mangler City after like round 30. Even if they have to use the same technique, maybe just give us a different enemy, something that's just not so coated in armor and difficult to take out. Sometimes I actually feel like I'm playing some sort of a multiplayer game or like a campaign where I actually have to duck around the corner from the 10 manglers that are trying to shoot me with their cannons. I think that maybe by now Treyarch kind of knows that the zombies fans' least favorite enemy type is the ones that shoot back at us. We really don't like things that shoot back. So let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about that trailer for Citadel that we just got. I'm definitely so hyped for that map. I mean, to me, it's really giving me like some Gorod Krovi vibes. Hopefully we actually get to ride a dragon again. I think that would be awesome. I'm definitely going to be taking that time to soak up all the content that I absolutely can, because I know that it's going to be a little bit of a dry spell after we end up getting this Reloaded update. This will probably be the last major update that we get while all the teams and everybody goes off for their holidays, for Christmas and New Year's. But usually the team ends up coming back around like mid-January to start working on stuff and pushing out updates again. What has me a little bit worried is I think for zombies we may be in for just a little bit longer of a lull than that. I don't think we will be seeing the next substantial zombies update until either Season 2 Reloaded or possibly even the launch of Season 3. To be honest, I'm kind of thinking it's more likely going to be the launch of Season 3. I think in Season 2 we're going to end up with like a bunch of extra stuff, you know, the things like we're going to get extra new gobblegums, we're going to get new perks, maybe a new field upgrade, score streaks, things like that. You know, the little things that'll keep us kind of entertained for a little while. I think the next map is going to be at the launch of Season 3. Now, I could be wrong. I'm actually really hoping that I'm wrong. Just the fact that this game launched with 2 pretty damn good maps right off the rip, and then we're already getting another map, and it's not even the new year yet. I mean, they're just absolutely killing it so far. Quite a bit of zombies content to chew through. I mean, especially if you guys are just a normal player and not like a psychopath content creator like myself that jams through this stuff as quickly as possible. There's just so much stuff to keep you guys busy. I mean, we have the mastery camo grinds, we have all of the Easter eggs, and it's gonna be 3 maps now. We're definitely not deprived for any sort of content yet, but I'm just really hoping that Treyarch can keep this momentum going throughout the year. Black Ops 6 has been really good so far, and zombies honestly is like the best part of the game. Even coming from people who normally don't even play very much zombies, I've been hearing from so many people that they are just loving it this year. It really did seem like they wanted to put a heavy emphasis on the zombie mode this year, and it kind of seems like it's paying off a little bit. That is going to be about it, guys. I'm going to wrap up the video here. That is it. We just defeated the Patient 13 boss on round 51 with the brand new 9mm special weapon. I almost said SMG. This thing, it's an SMG, damn it. Thank you guys again for all the love and support and for checking out the video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do consider dropping me a like and subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.